It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, in comparison to where they were record-wise at this point last season, it seems they've taken a step backwards. They're trying to make up that ground. And tonight we have two up-and-coming teams. Lots of talent, but also a lot of inexperience. Shaq, the youngsters looking forward to this battle. How do they keep their emotions in check?
Well, emotions can be positive, Ernie, if you play under control. Because if you get out of control and start doing crazy stuff, it just goes crazy. But both coaches will work hard to keep their players focused.
You got to stop that.
Yeah, man. Well, it's fun to watch the future of the league. And I want to see which guy separates himself and says, I'm going to be a dominant player in this league. A dominant player. That's why I love this.
If you do that again, I'm going to have to put my fist down.
Does nothing, Ernie.
Whoa.
Does nothing.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
The skyline of Orlando is seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. Greetings, everyone. 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. Last outing for Orlando, they won that game against the Trailblazers in Portland. A three-point win in that one. Always nice to come out on top in a close game.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Especially on the road. You're hoping for any extra contributions. But for a couple of stretches, there, the backups control the game.
And Steve, these teams both compete on the glass. Rebounding is on their calling card.
I mean, you get a chance to watch when the ball goes up, that's when the game starts. They are bumping, they are pushing, they are trying to get position. And if you can get rebounds, you give your team another possession. And more possessions, the increased chances you have a chance to win that game.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Hill and Hood in the backcourt. The tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. And it's Johnson in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Gordon after the miss from Ricky Rubio. And here is Payton. Vucevic to the pass to Payton. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Payton's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Magic. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. It's the first matchup of the season against this team, and he knows that they have great shot blocking. But he did say we've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack. Put the bigs in high pick-and-roll situations and shoot the jumper with confidence. They feel that's the key, Kevin.
Thank you, David. So their focus is squarely on the opponent today, in particular that defense they have to contend with.
And I just wonder if they'll try to solve the problems this defense poses by keeping the tempo quick, trying to strike early in the shot clock.
You know, I think a more patient approach would be smart. Concentrate on shot selection and ball movement rather than tempo.
Here's Gobert. The Magic knocking down the tray. And he uses the glass on the layup.
High percentage look inside. Rubio always looking to maximize the value of the possession.
Vucevic setting the pick for Payton. And the rejection by Favors. Rubio against Payton. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Favors with the screen. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Jazz.
And you can see how big a role the 3-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the Jazz last season making the playoffs for the first time, Steve, in 5 years.
You know, ownership showing the patience to build this team back to contention. The front office, part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, drafting well and developing their young players.
Here's Rubio following the basket by Elfrid Payton. Rubio dishes to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Favors with a screen on Simmons. Hood can't get it to go.
Stumbling out of the gate a little bit, just 1 for 4 so far.
Payton against Gobert. To the left wing. Payton passes to Simmons. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Favors. Johnson kicks to Rubio. Back to Johnson. Favors dishes to Rubio. Pass to Gobert. They set the pick. Johnson in the corner. Favors sets the pick for Johnson. Over Gordon. Another miss by Utah.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
Good on the wing. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
One of the best rebounders in the game. Keeping Rudy Gobert off the glass is a tall order.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
It's always interesting. You're not exactly sure what you're going to get, but it'll be fun to see how it plays out.
And Steve, the shot blocker, Rudy Gobert, earning the nicknames like the French rejection, the Stifle Tower. He says his favorite is Gobzilla. What do you think?
I'm not sure about that one. I like Go-Go Gadget arms, but the Jazz are sure he's their man in the middle going forward. I do know that. They signed him to a 4-year, $102 million extension.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Spates checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for Isaac. Evan Fournier's checked in for Simmons. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Then for the Jazz, Jerebko's checked in for Favors. Joe Ingles comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's Mitchell in for Hood. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got his first basket of the night.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Now here's Gobert. He had 13 points in the win against Brooklyn.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Orlando shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
That free throw, no good. Well, you hear from so many players about what they did with that first check after they were drafted and found themselves, Smitty, with a ton of money. So what was your first big purchase when you were drafted into professional basketball?
I bought my mom and dad a Ford Expedition.
How about that?
A Ford Explorer. It was a Ford Explorer. That was the big purchase and it was green. I don't think my dad liked that, but because of Michigan State,
Spartan
I bought
green,
a
right?
green
Spartan
one.
Michigan State green.
And so much he done for me, Kevin. That purchase for me made me smile so much. And my dad, if you knew him, Kevin, he said he didn't want it, but I made him take it.
Great story. Now, here's Rubio. He had 10 points in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Here's Fournier after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. Spates the pass to Fournier. Back to Spates. Augustine in the corner. They get it back. He had stolen by Ingles. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Shoots from 12. Rubio misses. Magic leading by 4. Passes it to Fournier. Gobert with the block.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot-blocking master.
The Jazz shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. And Rubio kicks to Jerebko. The wide open look here for Ingles. Off target from three-point range. Augustine against Rubio. Augustine dishes to Fournier. Gordon with a screen on Ingles. Shoots the 3. And it's Gordon missing. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Ingles. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Floats one. It's hauled in by Gordon. Fournier with the ball. Over Mitchell. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so the first quarter is in the books. Magic lead by 4. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And Derek Favors known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving as a player throughout the year, just get better, keep making strides, and keep getting better in every aspect of my game.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is to how far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that determines so many more careers than desire. Talent and commitment, you need to stay on the court.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Cleaning the glass. I mean, right from the jump, and that really helped them to set the tone.
What you have to do is establish a physical presence early, and aggressiveness their opponent has failed to match.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Mitchell is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Thabo Sefolosha. And it's Jerebko in at the 4 spot. And that one falls for Spates.
A well-traveled big man. Maurice Spates has played for a lot of teams. He is definitely comfortable in his role of shooting the basketball.
And both free throws good for Spates.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
Jazz trail by 6. And Utah Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder was an outstanding basketball player in his own right.
Well, yeah, he was an All-American point guard in high school. His high school team, Mercer Island, was ranked #1 in the country. He got at Duke to 3 Final Fours. He didn't play pro basketball, but he got his law degree, his business degree, and he went into coaching.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the night here.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Mitchell. Utah comes into this one after the win against the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, it is always a great feeling when you go the extra distance, double OT in this case, and are able to come away with that win.
Now here's Fournier, currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
Utah with the ball. The Magic getting the bucket. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Cephalosha. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Now a timeout called by Orlando. Every NBA player, Steve, believes in themselves, but some take it to the extreme. When they're on, they're on. And when they're off and cold, they just kind of lose interest, it seems. Which players do you think have this irrational confidence, if you want to call it that?
I think J.R. Smith, every shot, any shot, anywhere he feels is going in, and he will still take shots. He has amnesia. He could be 0 for 10 and keep shooting the basketball. Jamal Crawford is another guy. Those guys, they keep firing. Damian Lillard, they will keep shooting because they feel the next shot is going in.
Al Hood after the missed 3 from Elfrid Payton. Favors with the screen. Hood with it. Now Payton defending. Hood, the pass to Favors. The 3 from Cephalosha. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Back to Simmons. Johnson against Spates. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Magic lead by 5.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Favors against Vucevic. On the wing, Cephalosha. A steal. Inside. And it's Payton. That time on the assist by Vucevic. Payton's got 6.
I like to see that. Taking it up strong in traffic.
Hood kicks to Johnson. Hood setting the pick for Johnson. Out to Hood. Feeds to Favors. Favors with the screen. Lock at 6. The 3 from Cephalosha. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And we can look quickly at a group of rookies having a very good run, the top scoring first-year players in the NBA for the past 10 games. You look at Isaac, second in the league, having an excellent season.
He gave them a luxury in those games that a lot of teams just don't have. I mean, being able to plug a rookie in and know he's going to carry his weight offensively.
Got a piece of it. Here's Simmons, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Utah called for the foul. The Magic have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. First free throw is good. Joe Ingles is checked in for Thabo Cephalosha. He's off on the second.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Derek Favors missing about a month last season with the bone contusion in his left knee.
You know, that's why his numbers took a dip last season. Normally, he's improved year after year. Still young despite his years in the league.
Here's Hood. Here's Favors, and it's sent back by Spates.
Great closeout by Spates. It can be tough to get the ball over his length.
It's stolen by Johnson. And now Utah, fast break, pushing it up. Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Favors. Now Payton, 6 points for him.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining.
Spates dishes to Payton. Yep, it counts. Payton's got 8 points.
That was a nice setup by Spates. He's really been trained to make the extra pass.
Jazz trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Hood, the pass to Favors. There's the screen. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And the Jazz pushing it up now. And a wide open look for Hood. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Hood's got his first 2 points of the night. And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
I like Rodney Hood. He plays with great patience. He goes through his progressions off the pick and roll. Once he gets past his initial defender, he keeps them walled off behind him and forces the help D to make a decision.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Spates. Terrence Ross comes in for Isaac. Fournier's checked in for Simmons. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Elfrid Payton. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. Jerebko comes in for Johnson. Mitchell, he's checked in for Alec Burks. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Rodney Hood. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Jazz trail by 6. And Hood standing 6'8". Even the defender's breathing down his neck. He can get his shot off without Steve too much concern.
You know, the reason why is he's a triple threat. Pass, shoot, drive. He's shown the ability to read the defense and make the right decision.
Now here's Gordon. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Gordon kicks to Vucevic. He dishes it to Augustine. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
And Rubio kicks to Jerebko. Here's Mitchell. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. On the wing, Ingles. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Gordon. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Mitchell. No good with the wing jumper. And so it's the Orlando Magic holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Ricky. Bench has always been an issue here. When they produce like they did in the first half, how does that help you?
It's amazing. That means like we have a deep bench, and then a lot of work from the staff, from the everybody of the team, like doing extra work and winning games.
Trying to change the culture around here. Thanks, Ricky. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome
Show.
back, everybody. It's the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. Checking out the Magic. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
Kenny, what do you have to say about the Jazz?
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals, blocking out and just maintaining position. Instead, they went to the lazy man's route, flying in the air, trying to steal rebounds. Well, that didn't work. No one is going to give you an easy rebound. They need to show some fight.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. It's been quite a game for Elfrid Payton.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Magic leading by 8. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic. Payton is out there with Simmons. And it's Isaac in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now here's Vucevic. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Fires the 3. The Magic get another chance here. Simmons with it. Now guarded by Hood. Simmons dishes to Vucevic. They set the screen. Heaton. And the shot is long.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots.
Here's Gordon, following the score by Rodney Hood.
Oh my, did he ever flush that one hard?
Making a big-time statement. And a minute played as the second half gets going. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Rubio, the pass to Favors. The Jazz working the ball around now. Shot clock at 5. Tries from 10. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. How his last 10 games have gone. 4th in rebounding. And he's an eraser inside, a definite factor defensively, right in that top 5 in blocks per game.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. And Rubio kicks to Johnson. Gobert against Vucevic. Gobert the screen. Hood for 3. Sinks the triple. Hood's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the way Hood operates off screens always gets to the open space.
And Rodney Hood played 1 season at Mississippi State, then transferred, played another season at Duke. A good floor spacer, Greg, at 6'8".
You know, it's his in-between game that impresses me. Able to beat his man off the dribble. He can hit that little pull-up or drop it off to a teammate. This guy continues to improve.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Spates checked in for Vucevic. And Utah with a change here, too. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Joe Johnson. Orlando on D, leading by 5. And Gobert kicks to Sefolosha. Gobert the screen. Shot clock at 6. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 9 points for Rodney Hood.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Outside Gordon. Back to Payton. Outside for Simmons. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
I mean, clearly not on the same page right there. You hate to give away possessions.
Alec Burks checked in for Utah. Jazz trail by 3. Hood kicks to Favors. Burks with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. And here's Sefolosha for 3. And Utah another 3.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the rejection by Favors. Simmons against Burks. Simmons dishes to Gordon. Over Favors. Offensive rebound. Pass to Isaac. Gordon a screen. The pass to Spates. The feed to Simmons. Here's Isaac. Goes up again. And Gordon lays it in. Gordon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Now here's Burks. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Hood kicks to Gobert. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Timeout.
Gobert's got the game tied up here for the Jazz. And guys, you think of some of the more slippery scorers that are left-handed, like James Harden, Isaiah Thomas, Manu Ginobili. They come to mind right off the bat. Does that give them, Steve, I'll begin with you, does that give them an advantage?
It does, Kevin, and people always would ask me why. Because I don't know why. They're left-handed. They do things different. They do things wrong. They jump off the wrong foot. They drive it differently. And I think mentally as a right-handed guy, you're kind of guarding him how you would play. But left-handers definitely has an advantage playing the game of basketball.
Here's Spates. The Magic again can't hit.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
Mitchell kicks to Ingles. Here's Mitchell. Pass to Burks for the lead. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Fournier. A beautiful reverse layup. Fournier's got 6.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Burks against Fournier. Here's Mitchell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. TJ Augustine picks one up.
And since Dwight Howard back in 2012, the rebuild effort just has languished here in Orlando, unable really to draft any superstar talent. And last season, trades for veteran talent didn't really move the needle either.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell. And Greg, when you look at the Magic, do you see a plan or a roadmap here?
Well, you look at that trade for Serge Ibaka going into last season, and that was probably a sign that ownership was growing impatient. They wanted to cash in their chips and really go for it. And now they might need a rebuild from that rebuild.
You're right. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Orlando leading. 52 seconds left in the third. Spates kicks to Ross.
Nice play there from Terrence Ross to create something on the trip and earn his way to the line.
And the Utah Jazz, one of the top 6 teams in the league last season. But, Steve, they were swept by the Warriors in the second round after the Jazz took care of the Clippers in round 1. How far does this team still have to go to contend for a title, you think?
They've gone from average to very good, but a talent drain this summer with Hayward and Hill moving on. They'll need to regroup, and the West is only getting scarier.
And the first one at the line is good, and Utah making a change here. Rubio's checked in. And so he hits both. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Mitchell passes to Rubio. Here's Jerebko. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Jerebko's got it all tied up now for Utah.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
As his man just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
Vucevic checked in for the Magic. And a switcher also for Utah. Johnson's checked in. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. He feeds it to Mitchell. For the lead, and the shot goes in. Mitchell's got 6 points. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Utah out in front, leading by just 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
We got to get early strikes, guys. Push the tempo. Push the tempo. Here we go.
Frank Vogel moments ago hoping his offense can get better shots by transitioning faster down the floor.
Yeah, if they can get into their flow before the defense gets set, points could be a lot easier to come by.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Johnson. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Ingles in at the 3.
And Utah adding another terrific defender this summer, trading for point guard Ricky Rubio. Rubio on a bargain contract the next 2 years. A nice move by the Jazz's front office.
Shooting one.
And another thing with Rubio, the Jazz love to score with the pass. Few better playmakers in the league than Double R. Some might harp on his shooting, but he's a quality starting point guard.
No good from Ross. Utah leading by 5. Here's Mitchell. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And Fournier kicks to Payton. Back to Fournier. Ross against Ingles. Payton in the corner. They set the pick. Vucevic dishes to Payton. Payton with another miss.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
It's tipped. Here's Isaac. He's guarded by Johnson. The dish to Fournier. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Utah has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And here's Ingles outside. Here's Gobert. Great D that time from Vucevic.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Isaac.
And Isaac has proven to be more than capable with his mid-range jump shot. He keeps it up high in the air so the defense doesn't really have a chance to disrupt his rhythm.
Orlando's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Kicks it to Ross. Fournier gets a wide open look. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Payton against Rubio. Dishes it to Gobert. He kicks it to Mitchell. Clock at 6. Shoots over Fournier. Another miss by Utah.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Passes it to Payton. Down low. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Isaac.
And Isaac is rapidly becoming a load for the defense. He utilizes that huge frame to get the shot he wants in the paint.
Now here's Johnson. Feeds to Mitchell. Back to Johnson. Gobert, the screen. Jumper off the screen. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. And Orlando making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Joe Ingles. Rodney Hood subbed in for Mitchell. Here's Johnson. And it's blocked by Gordon. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Here's Payton. Orlando moving the ball around. Fournier passes to Payton. Back to Fournier. Pass to Gordon. And stolen by Favors. Here's Johnson. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Lays it up off the glass. And the Jazz lead by 3.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Fournier with the ball. Favors picks him up. Shot by Gordon, wide open. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Jazz shooting a meager 37% for the game. And Elfrid Payton with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Simmons checked in for Fournier. On defense, the Magic. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Favors with the screen, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
Some guys, they just know how to get away with it, and some don't.
Here's Isaac. He dishes it to Vucevic. Gobert with the block, but they'll get another chance. Payton against Rubio. 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Gordon. Over Favors, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
That can happen when the energy gets turned up, the stakes gets raised. Bad miscue.
1:27 left in the fourth. Gobert the screen. And Rubio kicks to Hood. Joe Johnson on the wing. Guarded by Simmons. From about 16, the Jazz with another miss.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
Payton with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. Payton kicks to Gordon. No good. That would have tied it. Gordon's gone 2 of 7 from the floor here. Hood dishes to Rubio. Gobert the screen. Payton against Rubio for the 3. Another miss by Johnson.
I'll tell you, the defense dodging a bullet right there. That's his shot.
Payton outside. Pass to Isaac. Gordon kicks to Payton. Simmons passes to Gordon. Payton against Rubio. Now here's Payton. He's guarded closely. Over Rubio. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Utah who scraped by with a win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Ricky, did you like the way you guys were going offensively tonight?
Yeah, we started the game very slow. We can't start like that. But after that, we just get shots and we make the shots. And we make the shots, we're a good team.
Yeah, that opens up the whole floor, Ricky. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.